Are you thinking about moving to Idaho and you're curious what Eagle, Idaho is like? In today's video, I'm going to show you guys all around. I'm going to show you downtown and some houses so you can get a feel if this is the right place for you. If this is the first time to the channel, thank you guys for being here and thanks for showing up. I hope to provide great content around Idaho and what it's like living here. And in today's video, we're talking about Eagle. So if you want to know more about these things and what the housing market and what living in Eagle, Idaho is like, then be sure to hit the subscribe and the like button. With that being said, I'm going to give you guys a tour of downtown here today, and then we're going to go look at some houses so I can kind of show you what it's like so you can get a feel for it. And if you've been watching these videos and you want to take the next step, then reach out and say hi. I get calls, texts, and emails, days, nights, or weekends from people just like you looking to make their move and transition to living in Idaho. So for starters, I am downtown and I'm just going to show you around here. We have an old church that has been turned into a restaurant. There we have the fly fishing shop. So if you're into fly fishing, you have a great fly fishing shop right downtown. All right, friends, I want to drive you guys around Eagle. So again, I'm in the downtown area right now. I'm going to be hanging a right. And this is State Street. If we stayed on this road right here, we'd have to veer a little bit, but if we stayed on this road, it would take us all the way to downtown Boise. It's really beautiful. So we are heading east right now. And this is Eagle Road. So if I turned right at this intersection, it would take us all the way out to 84. Eagle Road's a really large road. It gets a lot bigger than this as you continue going up. And there's a lot more housing developments and kind of the city sprawls as you get further up. To our left, we're kind of butted up against a little bit of a hill. Up here, there's another main road that if you took it, it would be your way to get out to McCall and Horseshoe Bend and a bunch of other towns. But I'm going to take you down this street right here and we'll kind of see what the commercial section is like. So again, we got the fly shop to our right, got a barber shop right here to our right, Orville Jackson's, nice American flags. It's a very, guys can kind of probably tell it's a really small town, not a lot of super tall structures here like you might see in some other downtown areas. We also have kind of a thrifting store off to our left. We got the Subway off to our left. Right here at the stop sign across the way on our left up here, we have Reed Cycle, which is a cycle shop. When I originally moved here and we relocated to Idaho, we got a rental here in Eagle and we really loved our time here. I'm gonna let this lady pass. Coming up here, you're gonna have a great library, a great post office. We have Nampa off to our right, Nampa Auto Parts. And in fact, I'm actually gonna pull over and get gas real quick. At good old Hawks Fly, Hawks on the Fly. That's probably the most creative gas station I've seen. So if you're curious what gas is, it's currently $3.51 for unleaded. But again, now we're kind of on the far edge of town. Over there you have the Eagle Library. Got Papa John's. So kind of small commercial structures. You got a bank right here. And again, you have this fly shop. But it's a really nice part of town. That's a nice old car. But it's a nice part of town. I'll keep driving you guys up and we'll go check out some neighborhoods. We'll cut into some neighborhoods for you guys. All right, we're hitting the road now. Hanging a left, again, heading east towards Boise. Over here on our right, we have Ace Hardware. And we're gonna go ahead and turn left at this light. If we keep going on this street, if we went straight, it would eventually veer to the right and reconnect us to State Street. Which is kind of what we're on, but then you get into the more major section of State Street. So again, more commercial structures to our right, some homes to our left. And you're starting to kind of see the hill up ahead of us. So right now we're kind of on flat ground down here in the valley. We have Estrada homes to our left, so we got some new home construction in there. Looks like they're building a bunch of new houses and got some lots. Let's go ahead and cut in here and see what this is like. So here we kind of got a mix of homes, some homes with 2-car garages, and then some tighter, more shotgun style homes on the right. Let's actually go back and we'll look at that Strata development and then we'll continue on. I want to show you guys a park that's up here. And another little spot for some commercial businesses. There's a coffee shop up here that's kind of nice. And then I'll take you up that hill that's directly in front of us, and I'll show you a golf course community up there. All right, let's cut into Strata. It looks like they're right in the middle of the building. Let's kind of see what that's like. It's interesting, if you come back out here in another month or two, you're just gonna see a whole nother field that has been bought and is in the process of being developed just like this. So Black Rock Homes, open model. There we go. Nice little gated community, 2 gates, larger homes, little communal area. Kind of cut up here. So I got 2-car garage, stone on the front entryways, board and batten kind of look, kind of like that. A little community area right up here, and then a bunch more homes looking to be built. I'd be curious, leave a comment. Are you the kind of person that would buy a brand new construction home, or do you want to be in a more established neighborhood? What would you choose if you could pick? All right, we're gonna cut right through the heart of these guys and their construction. So yeah, new homes getting built every day here. I don't know how well you guys can see it in the GoPro footage that I have up there, but the hills are beautiful in the wintertime because sometimes the snow will melt off down here in the valley, but a lot of times you'll still get a dusting of snow up in those hills up ahead of us. And it's such a pretty sight, especially at sunrise and sunset. It is just gorgeous, especially when you get some cloud layering. So I got a loop I want to drive you guys on. We're gonna swing up here, I'll swing you and kind of show you if you were to live out here, there's a coffee shop up here that you guys get access to. These are some interesting homes right off to the right too. We might actually cut in there too so you guys can see it. And then we'll go where that sign says Eagle Hill Golf Club. So let's cut in here right now. So this is Bill Tillman. Wild Rose Subdivision. We'll go right and then we'll go left. We'll flip a U up here. So larger lots, larger homes. I like the design. I've seen these houses now for a little while as I've made drives past this area. But I like the lines. Not much of a yard, but maybe it's a ton of yard depending on where you're moving from. I talked to two gentlemen who are moving from New York in the last few weeks, and so that would be a lot of yard comparatively to what they have in the New York area. And then we got another home down here. This house on the right is kind of hard to see, but from the road I've seen it, and it's got a very beautiful layout. And they did some beautiful landscaping. But out here is the land of large garages. We're actually going to cut up this road right here. Kind of a funny spot for a fence. All right, so we are heading east again towards the direction of Boise from Eagle. Let's see, what do I want to show you guys? Let's check out this park real quick. And then maybe we'll jump across to this more established housing development to our right. So this park is really special to me because when we moved to Eagle, when we first came, we lived above this park up in that neighborhood, which I'll show you guys. And it was so fun to come down here with the kids. So they have a volleyball net off to our left, but when we moved here, our kids were like 6'4", 2, and like 0. But this was the park that they played at, and it was so much fun. So they have this giant park area, they have a splash pad over here, and then behind it they have a giant field. So a lot of kids would come here for soccer practice, and it was a really great community park. And the cool thing about it too is it's kind of surrounded by a hill, so it was really fun to walk down the trail and kind of the dirt path. It was such a different world than what we had just moved from in Portland, Oregon. And now let's go ahead and jump across. Let's check out this neighborhood here. So this is Chaumont. Could be pronouncing that wrong, but more established neighborhood for sure in here, not like what we've seen. It's actually funny, when we first moved here, there was a house in this neighborhood that we looked at right up here on the left, actually. Yeah, it was that house right there. So in this neighborhood, there are currently houses for $1 million, which would be a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. There are also houses for $655,000, which would be a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,700 square foot. That's an active listing in here. And there's another listing for $680,000, which is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's been listed for 7 days. We'll actually go drive by it and I can show it to you guys. Let me know in the comments, are you guys enjoying this? I'm always trying to figure out better ways to show you guys different parts of Idaho in today's video, Eagle, but I'm curious, is this enjoyable? I remember when I lived in Oregon, I just would love watching videos that could just show me anything about Idaho, because I was just so voracious of wanting to get any content I could to help me see if Idaho was a place that I wanted to live, and then even then, once we decided on, you know, living in Idaho and the Treasure Valley, then it was trying to figure out, like, man, what's Eagle, what's Meridian, what's Kuna, what's Boise, what are all these places like, and where do we want to do things? So hopefully this can help you guys really narrow down and be a guide, and either help you determine, like, hey, I don't want to live there, or help you determine, like, yes, I do want to live there, and then help you down those steps of where you're going to go. So, but this is a fun little neighborhood, right? Something I love about older neighborhoods is you just get beautiful trees. It's yeah, that's the one downside I don't like about new neighborhoods, is they usually just don't have the tree growth. Trees are really nice in the summer. It can get really hot here in the summer, so having the shade is just such a huge benefit. Here you got some canals, so you got waterways going through. You got the Boise River not too far from here. So larger homes here with good sized lots, nice sized backyards. The house up around this corner that I'm going to show you that's for sale, again, it's listed at $680,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,300 square feet. And the lot size is 8,276. Let's go check this out. So that house I'm talking about is just on our left right now. So it's this corner lot. I'll swing wide, swing wide right here so you guys can see it. So we're coming around, boom. So there is a current house for sale in this area. Very nice. A lot of nice, mature trees and landscaping on the property. All right, so now we're gonna cut back out of here and I wanna show you guys some more stuff. It's funny, while I'm sitting here recording this, I kind of feel like I'm hanging out with you guys and I gotta make small talk. So I can talk about what I did. So in Idaho and in Boise in the Treasure Valley, the closest ski mountain we have is Bogus Basin. And I bought a ski pass last year for right when they went on sale. They give a great price on them right when they go on sale. But I bought a ski pass last year and it was a midweek season pass. And so I went up and I took my kid with me, which was a lot of fun. And we went skiing. I snowboarded, he skied, and he's never skied before. So we borrowed some skis from some friends and I took him up on the magic carpet and then the first chairlift. And it was super fun. It was hard for me to teach him because I've like never ever learned how to ski. So of course I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to teach your kid to ski. But it was so much fun riding. For him to get a ticket that day was $10. And it was great. By the end of it, he was going up the chairlift all by himself because I would go up with him and he's like, I want to go by myself. So then I let him ride a chairlift by himself and I rode the chairlift behind him. And then he's like, I want to go by myself and have you not go up with me. And at this point, like, I kind of made friends with the lift operators and it was super fun because they kind of kept an eye on him. And I ended up going up again after that. And they're like, oh man, he did so good. He's going to be a rock star on skis. But it was fun. So that's something I've done in the wintertime here in Boise. And if you're into skiing, you might find it really enjoyable too. The ski mountain is just 45 minutes up from town. And if you want something better than that too, you can head towards McCall and ski some of the resorts up there, which are really nice as well. Okay, so we're getting out of this neighborhood, more established neighborhood. And just picking on one of these houses. Let's see. That house we just looked at, that house was built in 1998. So this neighborhood is not that old. Say houses are 20 plus years old. And we're gonna take a left up here, but first I'm gonna turn right and I wanna show you guys this little thing. Something that we kind of liked when we lived here was we would walk down here and they had a little coffee shop and it was fun to have a coffee shop kind of close by. And it was just a great way to meet people, get out for a walk. But there is a coffee shop right here to my right called Coffee and Supply Co. So that's a really nice coffee shop. Across the way, you have a gas station. You can buy fishing license there. And then just to the right too, you're right close to a Home Depot. So if you're kind of doing any remodeling or anything like that, just know that you have a Home Depot close by to go buy all the supplies. And now we're gonna jump across the way and I'll show you guys a neighborhood over here to the right. But first, I'm gonna check to make sure my camera's still going. All right, the camera's still going. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. Now we're jumping across. And up in this neighborhood, there are homes listed for $655 currently, all the way up to $830,000. And the $830,000 home is listed as a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,200 square feet. And that home was built in 2005. So off to our left, we have a bunch of new homes. A lot of these got built within the last 2 years. I know this development kind of got finished up. And if you remember that park I showed you guys just off to our left, you could essentially walk through those houses and get to that park. Now we're kind of going up a hill here. Off to the right up here, you just kind of have an open grass field with a concrete path that encircles it. I remember when we moved here, I would take the kids out here and we would just ride our bikes all around this, and it was super fun. So these homes off to our left, which are on the right side of the road, if we were to turn left, kind of look over the houses beneath it. But we'll kind of cut up here. I'll show you a current house for sale here. So again, larger homes, you got the garage out front, the entryway's kind of sunken into the back. We stayed in a house like this, and as you walk in, you typically kind of have an office off to your left, and then you walk into a large kind of great area with a living room and a kitchen. And the house that we stayed at had the master bedroom and a master bath all on the same floor, and then upstairs was a bonus room, 3 bedrooms and a bath. So that's kind of the layout that I think you can expect in this neighborhood. You have some trees, which is nice. The house we just passed was kind of all brick, almost all brick. There's a house that we have for sale just on our left, and that house is selling for $830,000. Off to our right there, you can't maybe see it, but there is a tiny little path which connects you to the other side of the neighborhood, so that was kind of nice. And then as we make this turn, directly in front of us is going to be the hill that if we were to go off of, you'd be right into the field of the park. And so the park is just down there. So if you lived up in this neighborhood, you could go for a walk and walk that dirt trail along the hillside all the way down. Now we're jumping into a section of this neighborhood that is older than the one we were just in. And right now there's a house for sale in this neighborhood for $639,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,400 square feet. And it was built in 1974. And so you can kind of see how these two neighborhoods are just kind of butted up right against each other. And I will drive you guys by that house so you can kind of see what that is. And then we're going to jump over to a golf course neighborhood. And right behind this house too is a golf course. So the house for sale, if you can see it, is the one directly in front of us. You kind of see the blue tent. That guy's got a bunch of stuff. It's the house directly next to that. Right there. So it's got a single car garage in the front, and then offset to the back a little bit is a 2-car garage. And the address right there is 433. So kind of a small front yard, but the backyard looks to be big and beautiful. And here your trees are even better. So a lot of shade, really beautiful. That guy's got a huge swing in his tree. One of these days I'll have to show you guys a swing I put in my yard in case you all have kids. You guys can reach out to me and we can talk about what it would look like to put a swing in your yard if you want something really big. All right, so we're gonna turn right. We're gonna go out of here now. Now off to our left is that park that we were talking about, because now we're on that far side of that park. And that's gonna be Stephen C. Guerber Park. Beautiful house off to our left. These people just kind of built right on the ledge. They look down onto the park. Really great spot. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys today is the golf course, one of the golf course communities up here to our right. Eagle is so big and there's so many home options depending on what you guys are looking for and what year you're wanting the house built and what kind of lot you're wanting. So I'm just showing you guys a sliver of it today. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn right up Edgewood Lane. Again, off to our left, we drove through that housing area. Those houses are a bit different. We were further over, so that's even some different construction that was in there. It always changes. Again, if you ever move here, you'll realize that. You'll drive by and you're like, gosh, I swear that was an empty field, and now there's 5 houses in it. So the golf course community we're gonna go look at is just up here on the left. Off to our right, we have some larger, really large, deep lots. So there's a lot of variety that you can get out in Eagle. You could be in a development with HOAs. You could not be in a development and be out of it and maybe find some larger land. And the further I find, the further you go north, the plot sizes just get really big. But there's a lot to see out here. So this is Eagle Hills West. And I'm just gonna drive around this a little bit to show you guys. Hopefully the sun's not making things too bright for your guys' video angle. This is a nice neighborhood, great sidewalks. You got golf course, ponds on the golf course. I have a friend who lives out here, and they will go to the ponds when they freeze over and find all the frogs that are trapped in the ice. So there's the golf course, really hard to see right in front of us. Well, not hard to see. I'll say this, it's covered in snow, so it's hard to see the green grass and the holes. But I'll take you down this road right here. We'll kind of loop through here. So again, we're turning off Eagle Hills Road onto Spyglass Way. And I will also see about showing you guys a house that's for sale, but I'm not seeing anything for sale right now in here, so maybe I won't. So off to our left, these houses on our left are directly on the golf course. Their backyards spill onto it. This white house I think is really pretty. Larger homes out here. Some are 2-story, like the one in front of us is a single story, so you got 2-story, single story. The one in front of us, that's a 2-car garage. And you got a 3-car garage. And then over here on the left, you have a 2-car garage with a 3rd, more kind of RV spot. So what did you guys think? Is it someplace that you would want to live? Did I put it high on your list, or are you gonna move it down off your list? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear feedback from you guys. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more stuff just like it, then hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell if you want to be notified every time I post each week. With that being said, if you're ready to make a move and start a conversation, then just give me a call. I'll answer the phone, you'll call, I'll pick up, and I'll say, hi, this is Craig from Living in Idaho. It's as simple as that. You can either shoot me a text, give me a call, like I said, or you can drop me an email. Thank you guys again for watching this. I really appreciate it. You guys are growing this channel. I love making this content for you guys. And I'll see you all in the next video.